shrimp. Much for joining for tasting time. Hi, I'm Katie O'Reilly and welcome to Katie's Food Carnival. Mini Thanksgiving bites, a feast for a few. Where did we come up with that one? Well, let me show you. Let me bring you into my little world here. So many times at Thanksgiving, it's always like conversation. I'm having 30 people over. How do I cook a turkey for 50? What about those people that really either don't have a huge family, they're away from their family, they don't want to see their family, they don't want to do the whole big thing? What about those people? Well, this is an alternative approach to some fantastically creative Carnival Thanksgiving ideas. It's a mini Thanksgiving, a feast for a few. Let's go into the Carnival kitchen. Mini Thanksgiving bites. I am taking your hand to walk outside the box of the normal thinking of Thanksgiving. Especially this segment, we are going to break it down and say no to the big meal, but yeah, we maybe want to have company, right? What if you want to have kind of like a little open house? You love the flavors that the Thanksgiving meal offers, but you don't want to put on a big turkey and big platters of vegetables, work for 2 days, have everybody sit down and be full in 20 minutes. Left with a mess. You want to enjoy your party, you want to have fun, but you really want to bring those fun ingredients and you don't want to miss out. Wow, do I have some cool stuff for you. Open your doors, invite the people over, give them a 2-hour window. Have them come on over, even if it's around like maybe 5 to 7, whatever works for you. Let's dive into some of our creative culinary expressions for our mini Thanksgiving. We're going to have to start with the turkey because that's just where your head goes. How am I working this turkey in? Well, what do I have before me? Turkey tenders. Buttermilk fried turkey tenders. I kid you not. I thought outside the box and I thought, what is more fun than putting turkey in a beautiful crunchy tender with a cranberry and pear compote? Why pears? Because they're usually so beautifully seasonal at this time of year. They have amazing sugar in their fruit. And the cranberries are tart and plentiful, and those scream Thanksgiving. So, if you want a little dip, you're going to get some serious crunch. I kid you not, that's incredible. And what do you crave immediately after you take a bite of that turkey, right? Savory bread pudding. Looks just like stuffing. You can stuff it with anything. As long as you get a little onion, I did a little scallion, green onion, a little Asiago cheese, and some cranberries and apples and a little sage. It's incredible. And just look at that. It's a bite of stuffing. You just had turkey and stuffing, and you're standing up at a party. That is amazing. You're getting all these flavors. That sage, that scallion, the cranberries, the crunchy turkey. It's a feast in your mouth without that much food going on your plate. And all these things are really simple. We know we've made tenders before. Bread pudding, brioche, mix in your cream, your eggs, and any other ingredients. Bake it in either a loaf pan or just a big square baking pan. Whatever you want to do, slice it into bite size. Put any ingredients you want in there. You're free. Just make it moist. Okay, where to go from there? The vegetable sides. Oftentimes at this time of year, people think of Brussels sprouts. Love them or hate them, it doesn't matter. They're still on the menu, right? So, how do we think outside with our Brussels sprouts? A deep fried Brussels sprout. Buffalo style in a skewer. Hot buffalo sauce, crumbly blue cheese, and pickled celery. This is such a fun way to eat Brussels sprouts. It is definitely thinking outside the box. And look at these beautiful, robust pieces, and they're crisp, earthy, crispy, spicy, and creamy, all at the same time. All of these can be done in advance. Even the deep frying of the Brussels sprouts can be done in advance and thrown into the oven at the last minute to just finish crisping and warming. I adore shrimp, but I wanted to do something different with shrimp. And one of the best things that I can show you how to do is tamarind. Work with tamarind. Medicinally, it's amazing for your digestive tract. Let me show you, it's not that crazy. Oftentimes when you're at the Carnival kitchen, I give you an escape route to take it easy, a suggestion for an easier alternative. But today, I'm going to suggest you go with the real thing. It is definitely more difficult, but it has gigantuan, huge health properties that I don't want you to miss out on. This is our tamarind, and it comes in a pod, and I want to show you. This is so amazing and unique. Do you see this crumbling? And what lies inside is almost like a pasty bean. When we've seen tamarind in the store where it's already produced for us, it's got almost like a sugar layer over it. And we're not sure if it's just tamarind candy. Now the way we work with this is just warm water. We honestly just want to dissolve it and rub our fingers with it till it becomes just a gooey little paste. It feels good. It's so therapeutic, and you're really just feeling that beautiful tamarind freshness. What lies inside is one of the most medicinal qualities you'll ever receive on Thanksgiving. It helps with your digestive system, first and foremost, and what it does is it offers a citrusy quality that just bursts and is so bright in your mouth that you don't want to miss a beat. The sauce I've created to go with our tamarind shrimp, I'm just going to walk you through the ingredients because there are a number of recipes that you can go in a lot of different directions. But the one that keeps it simple is once you make your tamarind pulp paste, you want to use like a sieve or a strainer to strain it through and get out any of the bits. Take that beautiful citrusy brown syrup, heat your pan with a little sugar, maybe peanut oil if you're not allergic. If you are, just go with a canola oil or coconut oil. Heat a little sugar, a little garlic, and a little fish sauce, even for spicy, a little sambal or garlic chili sauce. Spice it up. This is going to offer the citrus. These others are going to balance it with salty and sweet. We use our beautiful jumbo shrimp and we marinate that all together. Look at this sauce when it's complete. And these are just these ingredients. Put your shrimp right on here. Put them right on your cookie sheet. Can't wait for you to eat. And when they're done and they're plattered, your guests are in for a citrusy, sweet, salty treat. It's unlike any other they've experienced before. And the fact that you're going to walk away feeling amazing after that is unlike any other Thanksgiving you've had in the past. We're thinking a different way. We're standing and saying, this is my way. And this is really cool. People would want to come back to your house, I guarantee. Okay, now I love a flatbread, and I'm working with some fun ingredients. Let's see how easy this is. An artisan flatbread is just one of my favorite things to make for a party. First of all, it eats like pizza, so everybody really relates to it. They really do. It's easy. You can hold it in your hand. The whole thing. Make your dough. Number 2, I love to make my own dough. A nice, flavorful dough with a beautifully flavored yeast that rises in time. You can make it in advance, pull out the plain dough, and let's build. Get as creative as you want with ingredients. Today I'm going with some crab meat. I'm doing a lemon garlic Parmesan sauce as a base, just as an alternative to tomato. This is going to be just a nice flavoring for our crust. Not too heavy, but it's definitely going to highlight our other ingredients. So smear that all over. So fun. Next comes, I love leeks as an alternative to onion. And when chopped nice and fine, they're nice and thin. They melt right into that garlic Parmesan. That's going to be good when it cooks. And who doesn't love really amazing Jonah blue crab? You can get some fresh crab either in a can or from your seafood monger. And this is just fall apart, fresh as can be. Feel like you're right at the sea, and there is nothing like seafood with leeks. Crab and leeks go beautifully. And what else goes with that? I couldn't resist some super shaved asparagus. It's earthy and beautiful, but when it's shaved, there's really just pure flavor, no real heavy toothsomeness. This is just raw. And I'm just getting my hands dirty and placing it all around. Loving it. Got the little tenders on top. This is super because asparagus, when shaved, almost comes out like just kind of dissolving in texture. And some shaved Parmesan. Oh my God. I'm in love with this. And in a second, you're going to see some beautiful, beautiful kitchen magic because I'm about to turn these around, put them in the oven. And when it's hot and gooey and so easy to eat at a party, but those flavors. Who doesn't love crab and asparagus and leek? And cheese. And that garlicky. Okay. And last but absolutely 100% not least is a soup that I have created. Katie O of Katie O's Food Carnival has uniquely created this green tomato soup, emulating the flavors of a fried green tomato. And it's vegan, naturally vegan. I am working hard to bring this to you. You are loving this soup. I've never had anything like it, and once I hit upon it, everybody who's ever tried it never forgets it. It's zesty and bright and beautiful. I've topped mine with a little Cajun remoulade, which if you're vegan, you can do with Vegenaise, no problem. But this is an absolute wonderful addition to your already creative bites. Yum, creamy and delicious naturally. Now we're thinking our own way this Thanksgiving. These are our mini Thanksgiving bites for our swing by with our friends and family. All right, we'll be back with a couple of birds. Katie O here in the Carnival Feast Kitchen. Feast your eyes on this array. Yes, I know I called it mini Thanksgiving bites, but I called it a feast for a few. And I am going crazy to show you so many ideas how you can get creative if you're just a few people. Okay, you are not expected to make all of these. Honestly, choose one and run with it. But this is what I'd love to present as really cool options. Thinking outside that box, doing something for you, something you love. They're all birds of different size and different flavors. So let's dive in. We've got right here our traditional turkey, but it's a young turkey. So it's a small turkey. This turkey was only about 8 pounds, and it is a beautiful bird. Roasted up, you can still do your traditional sage dressing with a beautiful gravy. Let's take a look at how we make that sage stuffing. Stuffing can be very confusing because there's so many different recipes out there. I want to show you real basics so you're not intimidated. You always start with some cubed bread, and you can either get it stale by letting it sit out, or you can toast it in the oven, but you want to dry it out, not moist. Okay, cubed up, and this is where we go from here. I'm going to give you the lowdown. Onion and celery, saute it in a pan with a little garlic. Then choose what herb you want to go with. And let's say you want sage, which is traditional, julienne enough, and put it in with this mixture so it sautés down. You can choose to saute in butter or olive oil or any other oil that you like. If you don't like sage, we have rosemary, we have thyme, we have parsley, all can go in there. Basically, a little chicken broth is going to moisten it, but you don't want it too wet. You want it moist and kind of gummy so it absorbs all those flavors. You mix your sauté in with your breadcrumbs, stir it up with your hands. Either put it into the turkey or the dish on the side. Plain and simple, you're going to come out with a delicious stuffing. And when you're filling your bird, you can either stuff it into the cavity or you can just stuff your bird with some fresh herbs and celery and carrots and onions to roast it down. And then do your stuffing baked on the side. Whatever is preferred in your family. Sometimes when you put the stuffing in the bird, it gets the juices from the bird and the drippings into that stuffing, but it doesn't get as crispy. So those are your two decisions. Sometimes people do a little dish on the side. Either way, here you go. I have paired this and plattered it with some amazing green beans, sauteed, a little sauteed mushroom and red pepper in there. That is the meal. You don't need anything else on the table. That's it, that gravy, and of course, a variety of cranberries, because we love our variety of cranberries. But that's your turkey, gorgeous. Okay, then we're moving on because right here in front of me, I have two identical twin duck à l'orange. And you are certainly not required to cook two, but I thought this was too cute. This is a platter. They're both about 5.5 pounds. I've paired them with a wild rice medley. So amazing. It's 5 different grains of rice. Let me show you how you make that. For those of you who do not like a bread stuffing, rice is your answer, and wild rice medleys come in so many creative varieties right now. Find yourself an amazing variety. I've got wild rice with a purple rice, a red rice, a brown rice, all super healthy. Cook your rice down in advance. Then saute up your peppers, red, yellow, green, and with a little onion. Get that nice and caramelized. Add that to your rice, a little garlic. Once again, if you want to do a little fresh herb, and you have a beautiful, healthy accompaniment, packed full of flavor and texture. It's a great alternative. Now that's going to be on the side, but you can stuff it into your bird after your birds are roasted. When you're roasting your bird, put your oranges in there, your onions, parsley, and either rosemary or thyme. Cook it down. But after that's cooked out, pull those out because they're kind of burnt and they might get bitter. Toss those aside. Use the drippings from these beautiful ducks to make an amazing gravy. But watch the grease factor with duck. I have now paired this with some amazing carrots and with dill, butter and dill, some snap peas with tarragon, amazing. And that's it. I've taken a few carrots here from the inside, from the gravy drippings, and then just take some of those burnt oranges and just decorate. But I just want to show you when you carve into this duck, what you're going to see is an incredibly crispy skin. And look at that. That is dynamite. That is a meal fit for a king or a queen or anybody who just feels like they need a great Thanksgiving. And like I said, no need to do the twins, but I have to take a bite because this crispy skin, beautiful moist duck, pairs fabulously with the rice. and these carrots are just a delight. Fresh herbs all around. Keep your flavors flowing in your nose and on your palate. It's just fabulous. All right, where to go from here? I have a guinea fowl. Guinea fowl with hazelnut and apricot and fig stuffing. Let's take a look at that one. Okay, another twist. A fig and apricot stuffing. This one is definitely in the more sweet side, so it's for those people who love those tree fruits that are dried and add that beautiful element of fall to their poultry dinner. I am starting with the same dried bread. So as you can see, it's cubed up, toasted up. I love a brioche for this, but you use any kind that you want. This time, I'm not only doing onions and celery, I've got carrots that I'm going to saute down until they're nice and softened. And this is where I love to add garlic to everything, so go ahead and do that. This is where it gets really creative. Now you've got your figs, you've got your apricots. Your figs have stems. What you want to do is make sure these dice up the same size as your other ingredients. Mix them all together. Once again, use some broth to moisten, and you can use a chicken or a turkey broth depending on, and this is how it comes out. Some gorgeous fruitiness. There's some sweet and savory. You don't need fresh herbs, but if you want them, put them in there. Great. I have paired this. Now, a guinea fowl is very similar to a Cornish hen, a young baby chicken. So you're going to get the same flavor profiles. I've paired it with some beautiful rainbow chard with the stems, and again, some carrots with dill. Just fabulous. But this rainbow chard, definitely use the stems and the greens. Saute it down with a little garlic and olive oil. You've got yourself a beautiful, beautiful earthy taste. A Christmas goose, a young Christmas goose. This is a recipe with a red wine gravy and a kale and sausage and cheese stuffing. I've paired it with some amazing green beans and some pumpkin and butternut squash that's been roasted down. So delicious, a little honey glaze on there. It's fabulous. I can't believe my eyes. I have to show what it looks like to carve into a goose. That's the skin. Now there is a little fatty skin, but look at that meat. That is incredible. I want to just show you how beautiful that is. What a treat. And that stuffing. Now, that stuffing has Italian sausage in it. It's tender, it's juicy. All the birds are completely unique, so follow your palate and what you like to eat. Here I have a baby pheasant. So amazing. Now sometimes with pheasant, it can be dry, so you might want to incorporate a bacon. If any of your smaller birds seem like they might be drying out, wrap them in a little bit of bacon. Now this I have paired with such an array of sides. Once again, rosemary, thyme. Now this is perfect if you have just two of you. And I really think that you're going to love to see this meat as well. So that's a crispy skin. It's a beautiful meat. Moist, delicious, fabulous. I've got some amazing sides. And all of these beautiful menus are going to be on my website. So don't even worry about that. KTOFoodCarnival.com. You're going to have a variety of, like, an influx of ideas for yourself. We've got a sweet potato and Yukon Gold potato Napoleon as a side, which is just lovely, and it just holds together and plates up so beautifully. Once again, I'm showing the green beans. I'm showing the butternut squash and pumpkin, and this time I've taken some pecans and dusted them in some pumpkin spice and sugar and caramelized them a little bit. I've got a savory mushroom bread pudding. So many cool ideas, and once again, the chard, because I love it. I love to incorporate a lot of vegetables into Thanksgiving, not just the poultry. Here I have an entire vegetarian platter. I've done for our vegetarian friends a phenomenal, beautiful little cauliflower and potato gratin, and that can be practically a main. It's creamy, delicious, and it has a lot of toothsomeness. It's actually really, really inviting. No vegetarian would feel left out. Even if your entire family, you don't need the birds if you don't have it. You don't have to go with like the tofu turkey. You can just use the earth's gifts to really satisfy every aspect of your meal. And I swear you will not be missing a beat. But pay attention to seasoning your vegetables with those same herbs, with those same flavors of the season, and you will not be missing a thing. I have also, for like that half vegetarian alternative meal where you just want to serve it simple and family style, I'm showing a pasta, an orchetti pasta, and a peppercorn cognac sauce. Stirred in some sauteed mushrooms. Brilliant. And some fresh thyme. Then I have a variety of mushrooms on one side, burst colorful heirloom cherry tomatoes on either side, which bring a bright acidity. And the sausage on there is a pheasant sausage, which actually has undertones of butterscotch, which is really inviting and creamy with that cognac sauce. So the concept behind that is your vegetarians can lean to one side, your non-vegetarians can lean toward the sausage, but it's not all mixed in. A hearty meal. Hearty meal. Last but certainly not least, let's just say you don't want to do any of this. Foie gras cuts right to the chase. I mean it. Let's see what we've got going on here. We've got a brioche with a little foie gras sauteed and seared up with some beautiful Calvados slivered apples sauteed down. An appreciation of the bird on every level. It's unique. We're going to dessert next, and I'm getting creative with that too. Dessert time for our mini Thanksgiving. Wanted to do a few things that were a little bit outside of the box, yet just as satisfying. Apple pie egg roll, dusted in cinnamon sugar. You roll it the same way you would an egg roll in your wonton crisp. Stick it in your deep fryer with all those beautiful apples and cinnamon and butter, all mixed together, and we have the most delightful treat for after dinner. Who doesn't love a fried apple pie? Pumpkin bread pudding is a wonderful dessert on Thanksgiving with whiskey caramel sauce. Sings on my tongue. My God. It's delicious. I also, as another fun alternative, just a butterscotch homemade custard. Incredibly smooth and inviting on the tongue, and it adds sweet, but it's not like over sugary. It's creamy and delicious. This is banana pumpkin mousse tart. Just a little lighter, just a little flakier, and look at that. Not a lot of crust going on. Fluffy, and the banana and the pumpkin blending together at a natural sweetness. It's, once again, not too overly sugary. And a chocolate pecan pie with chocolate whipped cream is pretty much self-explanatory, because that is your chocolate craving, and it's also your pecan pie. Crunchy, chocolatey, creamy. This Thanksgiving has been the best with you. It has been so much fun. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. So many great ideas, so many cool concepts. I hope you have the best Thanksgiving. See you next time on KDO's Food Carnival.